Try not to hit it with the fan. Throw glue, and then I switch it over, push it over. This is heavy enough that it stays in place. Could probably just put it on like that. Keep this on here. I'll probably paper this top up. Or not, I don't need to. Let's just leave it like that. Glue containers over here in the back. I'll bring some of the protective gear that I have here. And we'll grab the little shield thing that I use. Ta-da! But this is not like the best angle either. Let me just bring you guys over. Didn't disconnect. Why did it make a sound? If I ever so slightly move this, it starts making the on-off disconnect USB sound, which is really annoying. Because I don't know if it actually disconnected. Because the screen is black. Okay, sorry for the constant moving around. Let's see here, I think that seems to be a good angle. A little higher. Okay, let me just check the view here. It's a little skewed. Still can't really see what I'm doing, so let's move it back over here. Okay, that's better. You can see the table there. This is, okay, there we go. Now it's really indicative of what really looks like. Nah. Let's do this side while we're here. I'll do that in a second. Let's just roll this around. More towards the back. Now I know why I'm pissed off. Now I know why I'm so pissy this morning. Um, yeah, it's just a couple of things happening around me that are kind of stressing me out, and I'm trying to help people out to get them out of that situation so that, for one, they're better off, and second, it would stop bothering me. I have something less to worry about. And they don't want help. So it's like, well, then why are you complaining so much about this? You don't want any help, don't complain about it. My brother has to move ASAP. Getting kicked out because he's an asshole. And my asshole brother is also a picky asshole. So I showed him a house that's within his budget. Hello there. How's it going? Welcome in. We are laminating the base of a reception desk, reception area for an office. So I have the base here. It's basically that size. There's a desk that goes up against the back, and then a little cabinet, which is this one right here. All right, you can't really see what I'm showing you. There's a little cabinet here on the floor for the printer copier. Just change view here real quick. So this is the printer copier cabinet. It has a drawer inside. Of course, it is tilted looking upwards. I have to laminate the drawer front. I'll be working on these things today. I also have to come up with a small base for this because I screwed up and forgot that bottom part had to be offset 3/4 of an inch or 18 millimeters. And so now I have to either put a bottom to it because I don't want to just slide in another piece here because I would have to laminate it and it's going to look off. In my opinion, it's just me. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So we're going to just attach a small base, maybe leave a little offset all the way around so it looks kind of interesting, and then go off from there and continue. So I am right now laminating the base. We have our strips here ready. We have to laminate the base in the back of the drawer, which are over here. And we are starting with this piece because it's the bigger one. We can get it out of the way and get on with the rest of the build. So we can install this probably on Saturday, and we can get our money. Okay, I have my spray can right here. I just got the sprayer and shoot some glue. So yeah, I was talking about how much of a pissy mood I'm having today, and I figured out why. My brother was being an asshole. I told him, hey, there's this house within your budget. Give him a call because it's somebody that he can trust. They're not gonna, do any weird bank gimmicks or anything like that. What I mean is that they're not gonna bump up the price just out of nowhere. They're already giving them the final price of the house. And he's like, yeah, I'm not living in that part of the island. I'm like, well, then screw you. I'm not helping you anymore. I'm not helping you anymore. You're such a asshole sometimes. And yeah, I'm done with that. Okay, let's snap the pieces that we need from this. Need one somewhere over there. It's a lot longer than I actually need, but it's some spare material that I had. That there. These go on the inside. We're going to give it that much. Great. Let me see. Will it still work? It will. Well, it will if I offset it just a tad bit, which I can because it is. Yeah. If I register it right up to that point, that will work. I am laminating the base of a reception desk area. We have this, had a commission for this a couple of months ago, been finishing up other projects, and now today I am rushing this week, trying to get it out of here. Triple A. What's with the triple A? Then we have the longer piece, shorter one, I believe. Let's just make sure. I don't want to use the 10-foot long one, which is exactly. Yeah. I bought, since I do a lot of kitchen cabinets, it makes sense to just get, the some of the better tools, because it's not the best tool, but it is way better than just rolling it out. Sometimes it's better, because at least this pressurized can one is good. The problem with it is that it doesn't spray super even. It will spray glue. It will stay on. I don't have any problems with that. The problem is that it leaves a pattern of bumps and such, which works for some applications, but not all applications, if you know what I mean. If I'm going to put on like a very high gloss laminate, like a glass finish kind of laminate, this will make it so bumpy, it's ugly. So in that case, you don't get a silky smooth, nice, clean, and shiny look to the cabinet. You're gonna have some problems with the client when they're like, this looks horrible. For instance, here, where there's like an overlap, there would be a bump. It might be minuscule, it might be super, super tiny, but it's still there. and you can see it. But just for like matte colors or like wood grain laminate and stuff like that, or if you're attaching like, for instance, veneer, like regular wood veneer, it works really well. Let's just keep that there for now. We have our laminate here sprayed up. I'm gonna move this actually. Let's move this, put it over here. Yeah, it does take patience. I know what you mean. It is long, fussy, dangerous in the sense that you could damage the work piece and then you're stuck with having to redo a whole lot of stuff and spend hours on end trying to get the laminate off. And well, not hours, it might take you like maybe 1 hour to like half a minute, like half an hour, depending on how big the laminate is. If you put on a whole sheet and it went on wrong for some reason, like you slipped or something, or it fell, or if the laminate like broke while you were applying it, oh god, that's a nightmare. It's happened to me. Yeah, been there, done that. It's not fun, but you know, it pays the bills. So as you can see, this is not wood per se. This is PVC panels, usually made or used in the sign making industry, because you know, if they're going to be outside, why not plastic? PVC is good for that, and you know, you don't have to worry about termites or the weather. Looking for the little tapes back here. Just kind of set it and forget it. Ah, nice. That's great, man. I have small slabs. I have this piece down here on the floor. Maybe I can show you real quick. I have a piece of eucalyptus. 3 pieces actually. This one is a slab, ouch, with a live edge on it, sort of. It's kind of iffy. You can't really see it from here, but I'm trying to see if I can. That's the next project I'm going to be working on here. This wood is for a crib. Sorry for the messy camera. It's for a crib that I'm going to be building. A simple, minimalistic kind of Montessori type of crib. It's a twin size, and it's for a client. I also have a more traditional crib coming up as well after this one. So the Montessori is really simple. It's basically 4 pieces put together on the floor, and the little mattress goes on it, a 4-inch mattress, a 4-inch thick mattress, and that's it. That's the crib. So this Montessori stuff is really simple to make. She wanted a custom made one with pretty wood and stuff, so that's why it costs what it costs. over here. I don't know over there, but eucalyptus here was these four pieces was like around $350. I don't know how much the wood is going for in other parts of the world, but at least here, what I'm seeing is that if I want like anything that's kind of hardwood, it's gonna cost me like $100 a 8 foot or 10 foot board, 100 plus. Let me not do this on top of this board. This is sticky. Ouch. Yeah, 3 inches will bump it up quite a bit. Usually, I tend to find like 2 inch boards here. The only 3 inch boards I see are like slabs like that. Yeah, like massive slabs. Flattening this out. So it's a little harder for it to peel off. You can spray these, and this piece, there's the other one. Nice. What do you guys think about like epoxy tables, epoxy resin tables? I personally, I'm not going to say that I'm a huge fan. I know the appeal. You know, a lot of people like them. I don't know if I could have it. Yeah, I personally don't know if I would have a resin table here because, um, for one, the climate here is really hot. So I don't know if that would uh, have some effect on the epoxy resin. If it would be like too hot and would start melting. Yeah, so maybe having an epoxy resin table is not the best idea here in the tropics. Yeah. Well, that would be one problem. The other is like keeping it intact, I guess, is my biggest like concern. I don't know if that would actually affect it structurally afterwards, after it's like done. I don't know if other woodworkers apply tape before applying like contact cement, but for me, it's been a time saver. Okay. That's just blue painter tape, or you mean like using it this way? Okay. Yeah, I started using it because one of my biggest gripes with um, laminating is the cleanup afterwards. The problem with having glue on the edge while you're routing is I'm pretty sure you know that the bearing is just going to get filled with bits of glue and chipped out laminate. So I figured why not just add tape and paper, not let glue fall on the edges. That way when I route it out, it has a clean edge and it really, really, really mitigates all the cleanup afterwards. Because right now, for instance, I have to add glue, let it sit, come back afterwards and route it out. If I could eliminate one of the processes, I could really speed things up. I am at the cell phone view. I used to take way longer as well. Putting on the tape, I was like really fussy with, oh, it has to be right up to the edge, but no, not really. It doesn't need to be right up to the edge. Yeah, try it out. See if you're still working with laminations, if you're still working at that woodworking shop. I would suggest try it out because it is time saver. Okay, so we have our pieces done. This is not entirely dry yet. Doesn't have to be super dry, but it has to be dry enough. This one, I'm going to leave it alone for now because I'm going to laminate the face first, route it out, and then apply glue on the top edge. The same here, I'm going to apply the laminate, route it out, and then apply glue on the other side of this. How's it going, SWK? Hello. Welcome in. How's it going, man? I was kind of bummed out with the streams because I was like trying to get out of the PVC kitchen cabinet market and into like actual woodworking with wood. And yeah, that's basically why I'm streaming. I hear you, man. I hear you. It's not super early here, but um, you know, I still have trouble staying awake at this hour, or being awake. I mean, let's move this to its corner so it's not in the way. Just have to wait for this to dry up a little bit. But yeah, that's basically why I started streaming. Um, I've seen a lot of people having trouble with their builds, and because I am part of some groups on Facebook and such. I talk about woodworking, at least here on the island and stuff. And there are some people who know their stuff, but there's a lot of people who are like putting things out there that I'm like, oof, yeah, no, I wouldn't put that on my resume. But they don't know any better. They don't know that there's other ways to do things. They've been taught one way and they stick with that and they think it's law. I always say that I'm an open book here. So if you have any questions with whatever I'm doing, or if you want to run something by me and want to ask my opinion, I think I can give something useful. Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm here just trying. Hold on, let me just flip my cap the other way so you can see my face. Like this light is a little harsh here, but I'm the same way. I'm still figuring it out. I've been on here for more than a year, I think. um, well, there you go. You know that there's an audience for that. There is an audience for that. They're pretty sure there is. How does that work? Wow, that has to be very like processor intensive. That exists. That's funny. Morse code. I know there's probably like a bleep sound that you can put on a soundboard, but yeah, if there's like an auto sensor, that's like you're just walking around, you have nobody there to like listen to you like millisecond reaction. Oh, cool. I wonder if they have like a dolphin sound, like SpongeBob. Okay. Really want to just stick this on. It feels pretty dry now. Let's see how this goes. Real-time speech to text. Wow. Well, stenographers are shaking in their boots. Don't have a little roller for this, so I just press it down with it, whatever I have. And this piece as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know why I haven't bought one, but the reason I haven't bought one is that they're so expensive for what they are. It's like I refuse to pay $150 for a little J roller. What? No. And it's one of those purchases that I kept on putting off. I should definitely get one because I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna have to do a couple of kitchens from now on, from then, now and then. This is the correct terminology. Um, Pretty sure I'll still have to make a couple of kitchens, so I should definitely get the equipment that I need. Thing is, I've been trying to set the shop up for. Oh, nice. Yes, because they don't use like wood. We're using PVC panels, which are plastic, and since it's just white, you want to put on some laminate to have a certain color or whatnot. So make it look like wood sometimes, make it look like stone for countertops. But it's also laminated because it is very porous on the cut side. The faces are really smooth and shiny, but the cut side is porous and it's pretty easy to crush. So it requires a lamination so it doesn't end up all dinged up and hideous. But yeah, we do a lot of laminations here in Puerto Rico. You know what I don't want? And it's like, oh, everybody's like, oh, yes, automation, blah, blah, blah. This is amazing, blah, 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 blah. The edge banding machine from Ikawa, I think it's the brand. No, it's not Ikawa, Maxiwa. Maxiwa is a brand of machine, and they make like woodworking, cabinet maker oriented machinery. They have this edge banding machine where you just run the piece through. It has heated glue that's it's added as pellets. And you know what? It's the whole concept is like, wow, this would save me so much time. Yeah, don't. I mean, what cabinet door machine? You mean like the hinge hole making machine? I know that there's one where you just put it in and just bores the holes that you set up, and that's it with the screw locations and everything. Or what was it? Ah, okay, that's a shaper. That's a shaper. It has like a really big router bits. Okay, yeah, it wasn't. Okay, well that's interesting. I'll have a look at it. But yeah, I don't do panel doors anyway. um, the thing is, if you could go and demo it and see if they can show you how it works or how well it works or through the whole process, like start to finish to clean to everything, and you see that it works well, then okay, okay. Um, well, like I was saying, if you could demo it and have somebody show you the entire process, not a video, like right there, because somebody showed me the machine, showed me they just turned it on, and it was like, oh, this is really cool. The idea works in my head. But then it came a day when I said, you know what? I have a whole bunch of doors to edge band. I'm just gonna go take it to my friend's shop who has this machine, and I'll have this done lickety split in no time, and I can go and install like in no time at all. I guess, but I don't know if I'm big enough for that. Um, I know I'm not big enough for that. The thing is that I took the doors there. Started laminating. I did like one of the phases, well, two of the sides on all the doors. Oh my god, what a pain in the ass. I guess. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well the thing is, the router that comes with it that pairs up with that machine is not very good. So I ended up having to do extra work, like getting the edge nice and crisp, because I wasn't at my shop. I didn't have my router set up. Second of all, the glue is such a mess to clean. It is the most horrible, nightmarish glue I have ever worked with. It's horrible, 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 horrible. I hate it with a passion. I think about those days that I spent cleaning up that glue. I installed the cabinet and I was still cleaning up that glue. It would not come off. It just stretched infinitely over the material up until a point where you thought, okay, it's off. And then you would stand up and look at it at a certain angle with the light, and you still saw streaks of glue. And I was like, this. Ah! It was such a pain. It was such a pain to remove. I never want to go near that machine ever again. In fact, I was contemplating working for that guy again because I did work with him for a little while. I contemplated going back to the shop and maybe asking for a couple hours a week just to help pay out the van, and still have, you know, every end of the month is a positive and not a negative on the influx and outflow of money. And I just think about that moment, those couple of weeks working with that stupid glue just to remove it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm not touching that thing ever again. Ever, 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 ever again. Nope, 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 nope. I bought like 5 different cleaning solutions. I have some of them still around here to try and remove it, to get it to lift off the laminate and onto like a sheet of paper or like a tissue towel, a towel tissue, whatever, tissue towels or uh, some rags and stuff, and it would just not come off. It would just stretch and stretch and stretch. Didn't matter if it was like alcohol based. Didn't matter if it was like a lacquer thinner. Didn't matter if it was mineral spirit. It didn't matter if it was a glue gun. It didn't matter if it was like I have some of them here. The glue gun. I have this other thing. I was like so desperate. I just started like buying crap, cabinet and furniture cleaner, lemon scent, whatever, 4 stars, blah blah blah. It's like, please just work something. It was so bad. No, 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 nope, nope, nope. Don't want to know anything about Maxiwa edge banding machine ever again. Not even if they pay me like a sponsorship or anything like that. I will not review that machine. If I do, if they ask me to do it, I'm not even gonna turn it on. I'm gonna say, you know what? I've used this before and it sucks. Don't buy this. Bye. And he was like, oh, this is like the greatest shit ever. You just do this and do that and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give it a try. And I was like, man, your standards have plummeted so badly. Because if you think this is a good piece of equipment, and if you think that that is a good finish on your on the lamination process, nah, I don't wanna work with this. Okay, my router is over there. Let's start routing some of these things up. Let's start up some noise. Ah, disconnected. Great. Yeah, it's still working. It hasn't froze. Let me know if the camera freezes because it is a cell phone and the battery dies. So working is not the best somewhat routed. I will pass the beveled router on this because this is going on the floor. So at least the bottom part needs to be beveled out a little bit. So if I'm going to push it around the floor or something, it's not going to rip off or chip out. Let's check the ball bearing. So you still get like glue buildup on the bearing. As you can see, it's a little wonky here with the light. Still get glue on the bearing sometimes if you leave too much of an overhang as well. I left a bit more of an overhang this time around. It just fills up with glue. That's the main problem with contact cement. It's just sticks to itself, and if there's enough heat, it will stick to metal, and it's gonna have a fantastic time. Let's add a little bit of 3-in-1 oil. Seems to help out with clearing out whatever's inside of in between this and the separator, in between the bearing and the separator. It kind of spits it out because it gets like in between the contact cement and the metal. it was more of an overhang here. So here, I have all this extra glue. Then over here is nice and clean. There's nothing, no residue there at all. The only way I found to keep the bearing clean and such is just doing that, just making sure that the overhang is like very, very, very small. The problem with that is that the possibility of it being like out of line and skewed is a lot bigger. I think I'll also run this top part off with the beveled edge. This edge is not going to be, okay, maybe not. I'll run it again with the router when it's cleaned up. This edge as well. This side has to be flat to receive the other piece. But this bottom edge and this edge here can be beveled out. Just grab the router real quick. So how many routers do you have? I have not way too many because I don't have all the routers, but there's another Twitch streamer that's part of our guild. So I'm part of the Craftsman's Guild here on Twitch, and he has a wall, an entire shelf full of routers. It's Wrenches Woodworks. So that's when I saw him the first time, I was like, man, how many routers do you have? And then I'm like, wait, I have a whole bunch of routers as well. What am I talking about? But yeah, he has like 7 to 8 routers, something like that. Yeah. So he makes chairs and stuff, makes really cool woodworking projects. And I'm pretty sure he has like one set for every different type of operation. Um, but I have 2 big ones and 2 small ones. So that makes 4 routers. Now, at least when you're working with cabinets and such, you do need, in my opinion, a couple routers. You need a couple of routers because you get tired of removing bits, setting it up, doing one operation, removing the bit to start a different operation, to set it up, then remove it again, bring back another bevel. And it's like a one in one. A route with this, a route with the other one. And that's it. I don't have to set it up anymore. It's set, it's done. Yeah, I think this one is from what year? I believe it's close to 2000 and like 210, 211, something like that. 2011. Take that thing. The base might need changing. Yeah, this side needs a little. Yeah. Is it like a standard stationary like router, or is it like a plunge router? Well, I mean, plunge routers are, you know, plunge routers are a beast on their own. Yeah. There are mini plunge routers that use these types of handheld routers. You might want to maybe take a look at those. And again, this other one. Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey guys, if you haven't followed yet, that would mean a lot to me. If you give me a follow, it helps out. Every little bit helps. Trying to get to 500 for some reason. um, but yeah, seems to be a pretty good follower number to have, I guess. I don't really know what that would mean because there's a lot of people that follow but don't necessarily jump in ever again. So, in other words, it really doesn't matter if you follow or not, but I appreciate it. It lets you know whenever I'm on. So, if this is something you guys like, you'll get to catch my face on camera. And if you have any questions or trouble with your current project, I'll give you a hand if I can. That's what I want to do. You know, help out anyway, feel useful, I guess. Rasps are so useful as well. If you don't have a set of rasps, you don't know what you're missing. This is not a rasp, this is just a regular metalworking hand file, but kind of use it as a rasp. Oh, another trick I found that's very useful is that sometimes when you're, for instance, if you're using like a hand file to get this nice and flush and stuff, or whenever you route, you can feel like a burr on the edge. Just take a hand file and without any pressure, just run it across the edge like that on an angle, and that burr will disappear and it won't leave like a mark. Trying to get this flat because the router bit does not actually go flat all the way. To recharge the compressor. Okay. It's still pretty dirty, so I really need to charge up that compressor and get this to move all this chip out a little better. So I believe we are close to, if not, it is already coffee break time. Let's see if it's true. It is. So we are going on a little coffee break. For those who are new here, what that means is I'll just go for a little bit and I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee, bring it back into the shop, and then we'll just sit down for a while and chat. If you have any questions or if you want to suggest anything, or if there's, we'll just shoot the shit, We're going to do that real quick. Oh, I forgot the transition. Pro streamer here, pro streamer. I forget that this window is not the other one. I'm in studio mode, so all you could see is my booty in the background. Yeah, I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee. We'll come back and we'll sit down, have a chat. So don't go away. I'll be back. I'll be back in a little bit. The espresso machine is nice and set. It's nice, hot, and ready. So I should be able to make a double shot, go quick. I think I'm gonna try with a latte this time. We'll do a latte. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So see you then. And we're back. Grab my office chair I had from my college days. Still have it with me. Tried to do a little bit of a latte art. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I was using yeah, it's pretty muddied up already. Um, I'm using Oatly Barista Edition. Trying to cut back on the sugars, so and milk because milk does not agree with me lately. I was gaining a lot of weight, and the one thing I was consuming like constantly and on a daily basis was milk drinks like lattes and stuff, and a lot of cereal. So yeah, I was using too much milk, and I was gaining a lot of weight. I removed it, and my weight started to come back to normal. Um, yeah, sugar and coffee is something else I wanted to eliminate. That's true. Um, Milk drinks is more of a taste thing. Yeah, more espresso is more of I mean lattes and such. It's not that it needs milk, because you can consume espressos as they are, but there are some espresso blends that are a little more on the bitter side, and having a little bit of cream or milk in it helps like smooth it out, and then you have more of a chocolatey kind of taste, and the bitterness gets mellowed out. The chocolate notes in the coffee comes up more than the bitter. So, but yeah, it's not like coffee needs milk. Um, Although milk does have some sugar in it, lactose is anything that ends up on OSE in the chemical spectrum. Uh, Lactose, sucrose. There's what's the other one? There's a whole bunch of different types of sugars out there. It's not just cane sugar. Cane sugar is sucrose. Sucrose. I believe it's sucrose. And there's fructose as well. I think it's TOSE. TOSE. Sucrose. No, SOSE. Ah, they're sugars and natural sugars. That's not to say that uh, regular sugar is not natural. It is natural. It comes from a plant that produces sugar. Cane syrup, uh, guarapo. That's what we call it here in Spanish. Guarapo. Have you ever like eaten sugar cane? I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to taste sugar cane. It's really tasty. You just like bite into it and suck on it. It's really good. I was about to buy the Hario Switch. Yeah, it's really good. I was looking at the Hario Switch yesterday. I thought, should I just? I had like this sudden urge to spend money and on the hobby, and I oh nice, Salvador. I really want to taste different like, Central American and South American coffees. I had the Costa Rica one. I'm saving that one for either for the AeroPress, because for espresso it's too light of a roast. It's way too light, and I can't get it to extract right. It ends up very sour. It's under extracted. It doesn't matter how fine I put it. doesn't matter how hot I have the water, it doesn't come out right. So it's best to leave it in like a steep and plunge method, like maybe the AeroPress or the French press might be another method that I could use for it. And when I do make it on the AeroPress, it tastes really good. It's very fruity, very nice and light and crisp. So I was about to dump like maybe 200-ish dollars yesterday in coffee equipment. I held my hand. I said, no, do not, do not be tempted to press buy now. Um, because I really want to try like drip coffee, but the right way. Um, I've always had like coffee made by people who like drip coffee. I mean, I've always had drip coffee out of like little drip machines or from people who don't really know how to make coffee. You just know that you put hot water in it and you let it drain, and that's it. But they don't know. They don't own a grinder. They don't own um, certain types of papers and stuff like that, because that's a whole different rabbit hole to go down in. Like, which paper is best for this type of coffee? Blah blah blah. Not really. I'm not gonna go that deep, but um, yeah, maybe a Hario a switch. It seems to be kind of my cup of tea because you could put it on top of the cup and let the water steep with the coffee for a bit, and then you flip the switch and it drains. Yeah, and I've been thinking about getting the Fellow Stag, which is the temperature controlled kettle. Nice, nice. Then you're set, man. For drip coffee, you're set basically. Yeah, look at the Bialetti. The Bialetti are basically the best out there. Um, it's not a very complicated piece of equipment, but they were the like the pioneers of that type of brewing. So I would probably go more with them. So we are routing this out now. We're routing the backing of the drawer, and we'll prep that piece and that piece for lamination again. No worries, man. Sure thing. Those are the two next steps that we're going to be taking. I left the compressor on while we were muted so we can uh, be able to talk now because that thing be loud. It's like very loud. Oh man, I'm having this coffee and it is so hot. My mustache is sweating. I love coffee, but sometimes it's like, yeah, maybe I would have, maybe I should have done like a cold brew or something. Not a cold brew, I mean an iced latte. Iced lattes are really good. You know what I haven't tried yet is the espresso shot into a cup of orange juice. I don't know how that's gonna taste, but I've seen people like really fall in love with it. And I'm like, oof, okay. Maybe it's really good. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I bought the orange juice for that. Grr. What's with the grr? Oh man. But I bought the orange juice. I will try it. Um, I'm not. I mean, I don't want to go right in with like a negative perception of how it's going to taste, but it's pretty out there. Orange juice in espresso. I mean, it might depend if you have like a. I don't know if you would have like a very dark um, espresso roast, like the shiny one that's like very bitter, and then you add it to a very citrusy, sweet orange juice, and you kind of balance it out. Or if you would do the opposite, you would grab a very fruity, light roasted coffee and then add it to the orange juice. It's going to what? Sorry. It's going too fast. Too fast? What are you talking about? Orange juice with coffee. Going too fast. What's with my kilobytes? Kilobytes are kind of all over the place. Ooh. Oh. So yeah, I don't. They don't really specify what they're using. If they're using a very chocolatey dark coffee, or okay, or if they're using a fruity light roast to add to orange juice to then give it like a different like fruity flavor. I'm reading too much into it. It's hot right now. The coffee is like building up the heat. It's like, ooh, God, it's so hot here. Let me just turn on the extractor. That might help bring in some of that breeze that I'm seeing outside that I'm not feeling. Hmm. I have had chocolate covered orange, and I like it. Like orange gummies, not the orange peel. The orange peel is pretty good, but like orange fruit gummies, I have had those with chocolate, and I enjoy it actually. I really like it. So now you've given me a good idea, or at least a better perspective towards trying it out. That way, I don't have like a negative uh, mindset when trying it out. So yeah, maybe then it would make sense to have a chocolatey coffee in order to add it to the coffee itself, to the orange juice. How's it going, Three Labs? What do you want me to call you? Do I just keep on calling you Three Labs, or uh, kilobyte range is kind of whack today? Mm, I don't know what's going on with the internet. Yeah, it kind of froze there for a second. This is gonna be great. Yeah, it froze for a bit. Huh? It says that I banned butt naked? What? Hold on. How? How did he even do that? Hold on, guys. Let me just check something here real quick. Let's see, where do I check that out? This is weird. Josh, okay. I mean, I'll try. This is really weird. Um, Let's see here. Sorry about the delay. I don't know why I got this message. And how do I undo it? Manage moderation settings, review on ban requests. Skip. I didn't do it. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened here. Oh God. Settings, channel. No. Stream. Clip permissions, channel permissions, editor, blah, 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 raid. Nope, nope, it's not here. No. Safety, no. Great. Security and privacy. Oh, okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Is there like a command as well, like exclamation point on ban? $78. I don't know if that works, but I can't seem to. Hold on. Let's see. No matches. He might not be here. Nah. What's happening here? Users in chat. Yeah, I don't see Buck here. Moderation. Chat rules, unban request. There's no unban requests here. I thought that there would be like a I don't know, like a list of people who were banned. Banned. Okay, let's see here. Buck, why? Why are you banned? Action, unbanned. There we go. Found it. Yay! God, what happened there? I did not Like, how do you ban somebody? You have to right click and hit ban, right? I just switched from one scene to another. That's all I did. That is so weird. Actually, what I did is I opened the tab and I opened the tab and that's it. And it says Buck Naked 78 banned. I'm like, anyway, I think it should be good now. My internet is kind of iffy, so it might be kind of wonky. Actually, it's pretty close to what it is right now, so that's good. Okay, so we're better now. What did Bucky do to get banned? I have no idea. I don't know what I don't know if it was Twitch who banned him or I don't know. Could you imagine? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's set the camera before we work here. I think that's good enough right there. Then you bring in the router and route this out. Yeah, maybe. But I set the I didn't set anything. I kind of refreshed the page, and now I'm like maybe 4 seconds from what I can see on the internet page and on the OBS software. Yay! I should probably add like a chat window somewhere. That way, you guys can see when I'm actually hearing what you're saying. That could be a good thing to know, maybe. Or at least for you guys to know. I don't know. Because I do have, I'm sometimes talking. Maybe you guys type something in and I respond to it. Yeah, maybe. Because at least here, it seems to be pretty good. At least in timing, I guess. Quick tap on it. This is technically done. Just put it in here. Now the other piece, which is this one. Yeah. Yeah, mobile can be kind of super laggy. Come on. I just have to remind myself to not be super like laid back with the laminate size. Should definitely try to get it as close as possible, because I do not enjoy this part right here. It just seems like an extra step I shouldn't have to do. Or at least it feels that way. It might be like I just have to accept that it's part of the craft and stop complaining about it. This one I don't have to be like super anal about getting all the sides flat, because this will go either right on top or behind the panel, the bottom of the drawer, or right there at the edge. So this, if there's like a gap or anything, it might not really show up. And these sides will be behind the runners, so you won't have a problem there either. Let's take this thing up to laminate the other edge. It's gonna be a really quick operation. The tape was over here. And the strip is over here as well. The compressor is somewhat filled up, so we can blow out whatever bits and bobs we have here. Get all these little sharp bits of laminate off of our elbows. And let's turn on the extractor. I have to close this window so I can concentrate the airflow coming through the doors in the front. I did. Free buck. Hey, Buck, can you type? Because for some reason you were banned. Don't know what happened there, but if you can hear me, please speak if you can. Or whisper, I don't know. What's with this? Oh. Why you banned me? I don't know. Oh, God. You'll have to do in. Well, I did it already. Let's see. Uh, so like slash then slash. Okay, here we go. Unban book naked 78. It says that you're not banned anymore. Ah, sorry guys. Let's try to get back in here. Don't know what's going on. My bug needs a reload. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's reload the page or something. Because I did the slash unban and it says that he's not currently banned from this channel. So maybe, I don't know, maybe reload to the page. Yes! There you are! Dude, I have no idea what happened. Ah. Man, I don't know what happened there. I mean, I didn't do it. You know that I don't even know how to unban somebody. I don't even know how to ban someone. So I was like, what the heck just happened here? Ban my own mod. Oh, you don't have mod privileges? Okay, let's see. Um, I don't even know what happened, man. I literally opened up the Twitch tab on the computer on Chrome, and it said that you were banned. Like, what? What happened here? And it's a good thing that I actually looked at chat, like really paid attention, and I saw the Buck Make It 78 is banned. I'm like, what? Who did this? I didn't do it. Anyway, let's see here. You know, Unity, role manager, add new. There we go. Save. There you go. Now you're in mod again. This is so weird. Which you drunk. Go home. There we go. We're back to the channel. Not good. And what's going on with chat now? Because chat has this is weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Chat disappeared for the past couple of minutes of chatting and stuff, and we're back to like 11:50, like 10 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago, are lost. Start it up again now. That's weird. Okay, let me not touch anything else. You not touch anything. At least I delete the channel or something accidentally. You hear a dog? Yeah, I didn't hear my neighbor's dog. I'm sorry, dude. Our little shield, where is it? Does Twitch give you like I don't know, is there like repercussions for that? I don't know if there's actually like repercussions for it. Okay. Okay, now it's really stuck on here. Please don't break. There you go. Yeah, I have extra. Just don't want to cut anything else right now. Even though I do have to cut some PVC. Stay. It might not stay. Let's put it maybe this way. That's better. And we have to prep this thing again. So let's switch over to the cell phone. That's still working. That's good. So I switched it over from 1080 to 720, and I put the frame rate to 24 frames per second. That seemed to have stabilized the battery consumption. That's it. I have to turn this around. Yeah. Clean up any accidental glue that landed here. Nice. Yeah, maybe. But hey, where's the had it right here? Great. So I think I can probably get my wife's old cell phone. Maybe put like a workbench view. Have it like overhead the workbench. Yeah, I also have a couple I could probably maybe resurrect. One of them, the problem is actually the power button, so I might not actually be able to turn it on. Um, that's the paper on this side. Um, I'll probably push this off like that a little bit. Gonna add tape to that end as well. I'm gonna take this band off of here and put one of those strips right here, so we'll have a bigger lighting area or light coverage. For one, the light is going to be higher up, not as direct as with the sun fan. Okie dokie, and I might add a little bit of paper to that. So let's do that quick. This is a very small piece, very small area. Overspray like a little out of hand. I'm not going to add paper to this because I can just rest that sacrificial piece on it and spray it. No need for it. Spraying our spray board here. If I had like a bigger workshop, I would probably have a bench that's a little longer than 8 feet. Would probably make it like 10 feet long, and it would just be for spraying glue like this. I have a backing and bottom maybe um, like 24 inches, something like that. That's basically what I have right now. Or a little deeper, maybe like a 3 foot deep piece. So I could like put anything on it and spray it out, pick it up, remove the paper, continue. Because right now this works, but of course it's not the ideal um, way to do this. But I don't think I'll ever have a large footprint workshop. If I do, it's going to be very expensive because right now buying lots of land and workspaces are very expensive as well. So kind of out of my reach. I opened a GoFundMe to have try and see if I can raise up money for like buying a piece of small plot of land and putting a workshop on it. Then I got so embarrassed that I was practically begging online that I just took it out. I was like, what the hell am I doing? I'm just letting myself be used by this company because I'm pretty sure they get something out of it. You get like a percentage of it, right? Something like that. I'm like, yeah, what am I doing? Oh, okay. Oh, Buchanan? I think it's the only base that's working right now. Might be wrong. Buchanan, Remy. I think Remy's closed. There. See that tip over there. Oh, God. There we go. Here's that here. Okay. Cool. Um, you have to add this strip. I'm going to take this thing off here. Great. But I have mine. To the Canon. With some things around. We'll add to this. To do the voice command. Yeah. I think I'll sit down and do that today. Just speaker bot. Is that from speaker.bot? No, that's not. Stream bot. Let me just look for it real quick. Streambot.com. Is that the one? Streamer bot. Okay. Streamer.bot at home. Streamer.bot. Subscribe to Twitch stream. Add advanced level of interactivity integration. Your streams with Streamer bot. Automate your OBS recording and streaming setup or modify sources and filters on the fly. OBS, Twitch, full integration with all Twitch messages, including follow subscriptions, channel points, rewards, and more. Okay. I'm guessing it's this one. Streamer bot, Twitch speaker. I don't know what Twitch speaker is. Okay, we'll do that. Let me just download it. And what I'll do. Okay. And I downloaded the zip file for the streamer bot.